or lost their lives during the demonstrations and public protests since 2017, a section of parents and victims of the 2024 protests have rejected this move. As our reporter Samira Mohammed gives you this detail, they insist that they want more than just monetary compensation, demanding justice and accountability from the government.
Today, I set up the infrastructure and the mechanism to pay and compensate all those who lost their lives, those who were injured.
A declaration made by President William Ruto on Saturday last week. A declaration that has elicited mixed reactions in the country.
Sasa nasanga ni pesa ngapi itatosha na mesa ya Kennedy. Sitakataa hiyo pesa yake, wacha nimwambie na hiyo ujumbe haone na asikie. Sitakataa, lakini chenye nataka yule askari aliua Kennedy. Juu mimi kwangu hata sijui ni pesa ngapi itatosha na mesa ya Kennedy. Alikuwa 12 years, alikuwa na ndoto yake.
And today, protest victims and families turned down the president's invitation, insisting that victims of protests and demonstrations deserve more than just financial compensation.
As for me, I demand justice for my son because they have all the evidence of what happened and the evidence are still coming out. And for the compensation, we will accept the compensation while the culprit is in jail. There is nothing that can be given to me as compensation that will replace my son Rex. Okay, if the government wants to compensate me, they should be locked to prison.
And now the Professor Makau Mutua-led committee set to review the cases and oversee broader reparations is reportedly facing several setbacks, with families now arguing that the special committee must take a broader approach to reparations, one that ensures justice, accountability and systematic reforms, and not just payouts.
Na hata wakituita wajue pia tunataka justice, itakuwa wakompensate whether wakatae, justice itakuwa.
Ni vizuri hatoke nje, hatuite, hatuombe msamaha. Kwanza tuone uchungu kweli hata yeye hiki kitu yetu inamfinya. Hiyo ndio tutaelewa. Na ya pili, hatoe wale maaskari pale wako na uniform. Saa hii wanajua wasasi si watalipo. Wacha tuendelee kuua na anaendelea kulipa. Sio kitu ya haki. Sio poa.
Julian Manya, Rex Masai's mother, says her agony lay not just in the loss of her son itself, but in knowing her son was taken in a violent and unjust manner by an officer who is yet to be arrested or interdicted, and monetary compensation would mean nothing to her unless her son's killer is interdicted.
It is so hurting to see someone who killed your son walking freely and still working. And it pains me so much that even when the evidence is so clear, he's still denying it.
This is a number of activists and lawyers have welcomed President Ruto's decision to establish a committee to compensate victims of protests, but warned that monetary redress alone will not heal the nation.
But compensation in terms of money is not enough. We know that people need closure, people need explanations. And maybe one of the questions that the government and civil society will work together is, how do we get to accountability? I mean, we have people who maybe by use of their firearms or whatever, they may have caused some, maimed others and killed others. That aspect of accountability needs to be arrived at.
Meanwhile, a section of pressure groups and persons arrested during the protests narrated their ordeal in the hands of police during their detention, urging the government to end practice of labeling dissenting voices as terrorists.
Sasa tulitoka koti. Wengine walikuwa hapo, tukasomewa, tukaachiliwa na tukashikwa tena. So hapo tukawekwa kwa Nissan fulani ya white Airu. Kama terrorist sana kaanza kushtuka. Stress tena ikakuja. So mlijua tu tumeenda kunyongwa ama sijui. So after that ndio nilijipata ITPU kwa anti-terrorism. Sasa nimekuwa mtera, nimekuwa Al-Shabaab. Sasa mimi nashangaa. Wana evidence yangu wanitatera. itakuwaje.
The pressure groups have cautioned against the continued use of security agencies to intimidate or harass government critics, underscoring the growing unease over governance, accountability and security